guys, it's me, Emily, and welcome back to my channel. Sort of have a 90s vibe going on here. This video is full face using only drugstore products, the products that we grew up on, the products that we were only allowed to use because they were the cheap ones rather than the expensive ones that were in our mom's bathrooms and that they wouldn't let us play with. These are all the ones that I've grown up on, I have used, I continue to use, and they are great dupes for the ones that are in Sephora or the higher end brands. So I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, you can get a crazy look like this on $5–6 products, which is pretty amazing, and I know it probably makes people think, well, why buy the expensive ones? I have no idea. It's just how we are. So if you want to see, keep on watching. Okay, so just want to use a moisturizer. This is Cetaphil. I bought this at, I think, CVS. It's just a travel size. It's a moisturizer, and I used it a couple times before, and it kind of leaves my skin like with a matte feeling, which when you have oily skin like mine, it really helps when you're putting on your makeup. Foundation wise, I'm using the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream. I've used this before in the past, and it's not super, like, it doesn't have full coverage to it, just enough to cover up the acne scars and to make it look like I'm wearing enough foundation. I like this foundation too because, like I said, it kind of gives you enough coverage, but it doesn't look cakey either. While I love drugstore products, I'm still trying to find a foundation that I like and that comes in a wide range of colors, because I feel like they're just now starting to branch out and make darker shades, but still trying to find like that perfect full coverage foundation. And I think Maybelline is just now, not like just now, but they've started coming out with more shades. But I've gotten so used to wearing like my Urban Decay and the ones that I found at Sephora or ULTA just work better for me. But I do want to find a good inexpensive foundation. So for my powder, I'm taking the Maybelline FIT Me in shade 355 Coconut. I'm just gonna pat this on. And what I liked about that foundation too, but when you can kind of see it, is that it leaves almost like a natural glow, but it's not oily, which I really like. Because I feel like some foundations, if you want that glow, you also have to kind of take the oiliness to it. It's just not something that I want. As my concealer, I'm using the NYX HD concealer. Just like this. I did buy this from ULTA. I know probably like ULTA's not really a drugstore brand, but I do feel like the NYX products are really inexpensive and they work really well. When I did my makeup for my wedding, I did my own makeup, I used almost all NYX products, and it really lasted me all day. Like, I didn't feel like my makeup was sweating off or I had to reapply anything. I'm just gonna set this with the NYX HD Studio finishing powder. It works almost just the same as the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It is a little finer, I guess you can say. I guess not as thick as the Laura Mercier powder, but I feel like it works just as well. I'll just let it sit for a while. And the longer you let setting powders sit, the better your makeup stays on, I guess. So my brows are in a bit of a growing out process. I'm not going to do hardly anything with them. I just kind of filled them in with some NYX Tinted Brow Moisturizer, not moisturizer, mascara. Other than that, I'm kind of letting them be, or else it'll take forever to try and shape them and get them to cooperate. So moving on. Before I start on the eyes, I'm going to use, again, NYX. It's probably one of my favorite brands, as you can tell. It is the eyeshadow base. I'm just going to take with a flat brush. Again, you can use concealer too, whatever works best. So I'm using the NYX Avant Pop palette, and I'm just going to start off with a base color, this one here, just this basic brown shade. And I'm just going to put it all over, kind of to set the base that I used. Next I'm going to take the e.l.f. dual eyeshadow in gray and black. And I'm going to take this darker gray shade here and just kind of put it over the top of the brown. So I really want to use this 24-hour color tattoo by Maybelline in this blue shade, 40 Tenacious Teal. So before I do that, I'm going to take some concealer and just clean up the lid a little bit. This will help to make the color pop a little more on the lid, so that it's not blending in with that gray and the brown. It is almost like a cream shadow, so you really have to work it in, sort of in layers. It doesn't really have like a tacky feel to it, which I kind of like. Now, I didn't use too much of it because I actually want to take, back in the NYX palette, I want to take this shade here. It's almost like a greenish teal color. Almost the same color as the blue, except more on the green side. I want to take it again on the same flat brush that I used to apply. Just gonna put it right over the top. Not too much, but just enough to kind of make it pack a little more. A blending brush, just blend everything together. Add just a little bit of black. So I'm going to go back with that NYX Duo powder and take again the darker shade. Not too much, but just put it more on the inner corner. For the under eye, I'm going to take the same blue on just like a angled brush, like that, and put it along the little lash line. And to make this pop just a little more, I'm going to take the darker blue shade in the Avant Pop palette and put it over the top using the same angled brush. Now, because I don't want this like awkward line there, I'm going to take just a little bit of black shadow right on the waterline. Just kind of blend it all together. For the inner corner, I'm going to take the PIXI highlighter that I've been using in London Luster, and just put it right in the inner corner. What I decided with this look is I didn't really want to do any wing liner, so what I'm going to do is create sort of a wing in the end, in the back, with just the black shadow. Just gonna go right on the waterline, or the lash line, almost like when you're doing a smoky eye. You can see it's more smoky than this side, and then I'll just blend it all up here. And to clean it up, use translucent powder, taking Beauty Blender, dipping it in, you can also do this before you even start your makeup. You can just put powder underneath, which is probably what I should have done, which is what I usually do anytime I use black. And you can just go back in and fix up whatever you need to. And then you just dust it away. Now let's clean that up. I'm not going to use any falsies, so today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous False Fiber Lashes. Oh, it just looks like this. I still have yet to find really good false lashes from the drugstore. For the bottom lashes, I'm using the Maybelline Lash Discovery. I talked about this in my 2017 favorites. Perfect for the bottoms. For my bronzer, I'm actually going to use two. I'm going to start off with the Cream to Powder by Milani. With this, I'm just going to take on just a small brush like this. Then I'm going to take the Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula. It just looks like this. Pretty basic. A lot darker than it actually looks. I'm just going to put it over the top. And then again, I'm going to take my setting powder. Kind of carve this out here. pretty much used the same blush and highlight, so it was no surprise. I'm using my Milani Baked blush in Luminoso. And the PIXI highlight. Same one that I used for the inner corner. So for the lips, I'm actually kind of really digging this 90s vibe that I've got going on. So I'm kind of going to stick to the brown neutral lips that were really big back then. I'm going to start with Milani, the Matte Beauty. Look at this. Sort of like a rosy brown color, I guess you'd call it. And then over the top, sort of undecided, but I think I'm going to use this NYX Liquid Suede. It's almost like a berry shade in Soft Spoken. And put it right over the top. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna try, it's a Wet n Wild shade. I've actually had it for a while, in Mochalicious. And this is actually the one that I used at my wedding. Same color. Over the top, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the NYX Lingerie in Push Up. Just to kind of give it more of an ombre look, I guess. Alright guys, and there you have it, a full face using only drugstore products. We all started off on drugstore products. There's no shame in using them. I use them almost all the time, especially when I don't want to use my most expensive ones. So this is a great alternative to those $20, $30, $40 products that you get at like Sephora or MAC. These are great dupes for all of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see more like this, please remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, whatever your heart desires. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.